This image slider interaction is actually really easy to create, but there are a few gotchas that I will cover, saving you pulling your hair out. If you follow this video along, you will have no problem adding this to your next coding project. What I've got to start is the structure of the document, and I've imported 5 images and put them in an images array. We've then got the image slider component itself with a div, with a style of section and just placeholder text there. The styling for this pretty much just sets the background color and positions this in the center, so that is where our images will go. Let's get into it. The first thing we want to create is the image slider container itself. So we'll create a div with a class name of styles.imageSliderContainer. And inside here is where we'll put the images. We will map the images array and create a function that returns image from NextJS. What we need in here is a source, which will be the image. We need an alt, which I'm just going to put image. We also will need a key, which is for the mapping. It needs to be unique for each object, and then we'll have a style. So class name styles.image. So we've got that. I'm going to style the images now. We'll do an image selector, and we're going to make the height 400 and the width 400, just so we can see them all. We're going to do an object fit of cover. And then we'll also need to style the image slider container so that they're side by side. We're going to do display flex, so it puts it side by side. We're going to put a gap of 56 pixels. And at the moment, you can scroll using the scroll bar, which is not great. On the section, we'll need to put an overflow of hidden. That will get rid of our scroll bars, and now we can't scroll sideways. So now we'll move on to creating the drag effect with frame of motion. The first thing we'll need to do is import motion from frame of motion to be able to convert this to a motion div. Now that we've got that, we can just add drag, and it will allow us. Okay, this is a little bit of a bug. On the actual image, we need to create pointer events. We need to set pointer events to none so that it's only picking up the click and drag on the container. And now see, we can drag, but we can drag up and down and left and right, which we don't want. We only want left and right. So if you set drag equal to X, we can't drag up and down, but we can just go forever and lose the drag. So we need like a constraint. The way to do this in frame of motion is to create a reference. So it'll be called constraint ref, use ref, and we'll set it to null. The use ref is from React. On this outside container, it will be now a motion div, and we will set the ref as this constraint ref so that it knows that's the constraint. Then on the container that is the one we're dragging, we will set a drag constraints equal to the drag, the constraints ref. Save that. And now we can't drag past the ends. So we're essentially done the animation, but there's a few little things that would help like the user experience. Like, how do they know that you can drag on this? The way that we would do that is on the image slider container, we will add a hover and set the cursor to grab. Now, when we hover, we get the hand, but when you click, nothing happens. So then we'll add active, and we'll set the cursor to grabbing. Now we get this nice panning motion with the cursor. And there you go. That's how you make this image slider very easily. Thank you, and see you in the next one.